What's up guys, it's Chris here and welcome to part 9 of the Grinding Up Challenge. Sorry I didn't upload yesterday, I was a bit busy. I went to see The Theory of Everything for the second time at the cinema, which was sick, really good film. So yeah, I will try and do a double upload tomorrow. That's going to be the plan. I'm going to wake up extra early, going to grind it out from 8 o'clock until like 5 or 6 in the evening. Because it does take quite a lot of time to do one of these sessions. So yeah, today did a bit. We made $1.10. Bit unlucky again, unfortunately, because yeah, we ran aces into kings. Although fortunately, we didn't lose our entire stack because the guy only called my 3-bet pre-flop. Um, and then so he called, and in the back of my mind, because he was a really passive player, I was thinking, okay, is this kings or jacks? Because the flop was king jack 4 or something, and he kept going, so I just kept calling him instead of putting him all in. And fortunately, I saved about a quarter of a stack or something because he did have kings. A set of kings against aces, so that was unfortunate. So right now, that was the total there, and we're going to try and boost the bankroll a bit. This week has not been great so far. We're a bit up, but not much up, and we haven't played much yet. So there's going to be a lot of playing in the next couple of days. I noticed we've picked up 10 subscribers now, so thanks for your support, guys. Keep it coming. Tell your friends, leave likes, comments, let me know what you think, all that sort of stuff. And I will keep putting the videos up. Okay, so I've been playing the 6 max tables in the session today, so I thought I'd go for a bit of full ring. Also, I think we haven't done that many full ring sessions here. I think we've mainly done 6 max for the YouTube videos. So I'll do a bit of full ring, certainly. The action's a little bit slow, but it does give me more time to kind of analyse each hand, I suppose, which is the positive part of it. Okay, so that's going to be a fold for me, out position. We want to avoid getting into pots out of position as much as possible. Right, hands, we have 122 on this guy. Well, we'll just check that. 3, 4, okay, now we've got an open and straight draw. Do I feel like he will fold to a raise? A bet even? Possibly. He might not want to get involved. And we've definitely got outs, we've got 2s and 7s as outs. We'll take down a tiny little pot there. I've got 122 on this guy. It's interesting, he calls 2 bets from the blinds with Queen 7 suited. Calls 3 bets out of position with 10-9, so he's a bit more passive than is good, perhaps, but he's fairly tight. We flop 2 overs. This guy has 100% C bet, although that's only one piece of data to go on. So he's tight. So I assume when he raises, he's got a hand like Ace King or Ace Queen. Now he's missed. So I think a bet would actually get him off those hands because he doesn't seem to want to. Yeah, I would put on Ace King, Ace Queen, something like that there. Some players love to overvalue them and just bet with them, even if they miss the flop. But some people realise that they're not actually a hand. That is a hand, actually, down here. That was a good link, wasn't it? Right, so I think we're just getting a stack in if we can. Oftentimes you can't though. I think I've updated my auto stack range. I've got a solid auto stack off range pre-flop with full stacks here at Queens plus and Ace King suited. I think that's pretty much where I'm at with my auto stacking off. Because you will just get some people going in with bizarre hands like 8s or Ace Jack and stuff like that. Okay, so we've been raised, that's good. We don't have any data yet, so we're going to raise, make it quite big, try and get maximum value, 20, and hope he calls it. I think, as I said, we're auto-stacking off. here. Just because the average player will probably stack off wider than queens and ace-king suited. Yeah, I just can't see us ever folding here, depending on what he does. And if it's aces, it's aces. We've still got like 20% equity or something. Now that's not bad. You see, the thing is, it would look quite weird if we didn't bet here, but then there's nothing he can really call us with. So I think I'm going to have to check it. And hope he wants to bluff me off the hand, I suppose. Okay, he can call us with a bit more here. There's 2 flush draws on board. We'll give him slightly the wrong price to draw for them. We've now picked up nut flush draw with our pair of 5s, so we're going to bet it quite large. No, not large. That large. And now we have made the nut flush, and we hope he has made a fantastic flush as well. I think at this point he's either got a flush he wants to call, or a flush he's not going to call. So we're going to make it massive, make it look like we're bluffing. Apparently I was wrong. But we took down a couple of pots over here. It's always nice. I mean, he was either going to call a big bet, or he was not going to call any sort of bet there for me. Like, he either had a nice flush, or he didn't have a nice flush. I couldn't see him getting away from, you know, any large flushes at that point. We picked up kings again. Good, good. Got pocket 8s up here. We're just going to set mine, I think. Against 2 players, depending on what the action is. I don't really fancy calling a bet here. Just because there's another guy left who might decide to join in. He did decide to join in. And there's a lot of bad turn cards for us, like the queen. Okay, so we're folding there. No action on kings over here. It's annoying. That's the problem with top set, I find, in, you know, if we go back to this hand. Top set's a really awkward hand because it's so good, but there's nothing that they can really have when you have top set, you know. There's nothing worth calling. I mean, very, very unlikely they're going to have a king at that spot, because there's only one of them left in the deck. And I mean, I just don't see what else they call with, unless it's, you know, unless you get a nice flop with top set like king, jack, ace or something like that. You really need the ace to come if you're flopping top set, I think. But, you know, we made as much money as we could out of it, I think. And we're 30 cents up in this session, which is okay, you know. Profit is profit. 30 cents closer to that $60 mark, which we're now only $14 off. I mean, yeah, you know, a double session tomorrow and double session Saturday or Sunday. I think we should possibly could well get up to that $60 mark. I mean, I could do 4 tables perhaps, more than 4 tables even, but I just feel like I play best at 4 tables. I feel like I don't enjoy playing more tables, really, because it's just, it takes the kind of really tough decisions away, because you just play ABC poker. I think 4 tables is what I can play while still, you know, kind of making the correct decisions a lot and enjoying it. So action's a little bit slow at the moment. I think we're actually going to call this, you know. But now we're going to give it up. It was only a min raise, so and we were on the big blinds. We got really good price. We're made top pair now. I feel like we can actually bet this. Might even call with AK or something like that. Again, why do I keep doing that? I misclicked earlier. Had the nuts on the turn, and accidentally bet 10 cents instead of $1, which was unfortunate. He called, and then I bet big on the river, and he still called, but I missed out on value for sure. Okay, this table is only just started, some reason. A bit behind the others. Right, do we have reads on anyone else? We've got bit on him, although I mean a class 100 is having a enough sample to use it really. Anything less than 100 and it's not really usable. So unfortunately we haven't actually got many players where we have that kind of sample on. Oh, the one guy we did have has left, I think. Yeah, okay. The only stats we can use for players with under 100 hands logged are sort of like the VP to a certain extent and the PR. 3-betting you can't really use until you've got well over 100. Same with C-betting and folding to C-betting. So yeah, it's annoying not to have any stats, and that's part of the problem with this stake level in micro stakes is there's so many players in the pool that you don't tend to come across players too many times. So yeah, I'm just hoping to make another few couple of dozen big blinds or something like that. Just try and add as much as we can onto our bankroll. But after that early surge of hands, we've not really picked up a massive amount at the moment. Sure, I'll raise that, yeah, I'll raise that. Enough dead money in the pot to just try and take it down here. Now, I'd imagine he fold if he doesn't have a club here. So you're going to make it big. Just to kind of tell him we have a club. Big club. Huh. That's a really bad card. Could a bluff potentially work here? I think he's got a club draw most likely. When he goes to the pot size bet, I'm more inclined to think he actually has. With that ace on the turn, I might have just shoved on him if the ace hadn't come on there, but we've got third pair with no kicker. And a straight draw that's drawing dead if he actually has what he's trying to tell us he has, so we're just going to give it up. Come on, where's some hands? And very mediocre hands everywhere at the moment. Mediocre card. We just need aces and someone else to get kings and someone else to get queens on the same table. That's what we need. And then hope to not get drawn out on. Haven't had a massive amount of bad beats actually. I think we're pretty much performing at EV at this point. I'm not sure. Yeah, pretty much a little bit above EV. But that, doesn't really take into account the coolers. We'll call this. It's not a bad hand. And because he's tight, I'm not going to call this because it could well be... I'm going to call it once. I don't think he's got 7. I'm hoping for an overcard to bluff. It's a good card to bluff, that. It's a good card to bluff. Let's just hope he doesn't have one. He will sometimes, but let's just hope he doesn't have a king. I can't resist bluffing sometimes at the micro stakes even, just when I'm sure it's going to work. I can't even see what they've gone all in with. It will tell us in a minute. Oh, king 8, so that was, wow. Really, was that just a 6? Pair of 6s that this guy went all in with? Yes, it was, and this guy went in with just second pair. So second pair versus fourth pair. That's pretty weird even for micro stakes. Have they both sat out, or is it this Mercury guy? Mercury guy. Is it him? Okay, I'll be certainly calling his all-ins quite widely in the future. So I can still go, I can call an all-in against him with top pair by the looks of it. Okay. Fold, fold. And pocket fours, we can set mine with those. Try and hit the 4 on the flop. Or just take it down right here potentially. Neither of those scenarios happens. I'm worried because this guy's called and he is looking quite tight so far. When he bets like that, I sort of think he might have a jack. Or an overpair. And wants to find out where he is. I don't think fours are good. Against a different player I might be floating there, but... Right, can we pick up aces at least once? We're still in profit. I think we're just hovering around break even at the moment for this. 12 cents up. Yep. Hovering somewhere near break even. Six, eight, nope. So I'm not quite sure what the difference is between 2NL and 5NL are. I haven't played 5NL for a long time. But I imagine that play might just be a little more aggressive at 5NL. I think the biggest jump in the micros comes, it comes from going between 5 to 10 and then 10 to 25. I think those are much bigger jumps in the ability of the players. So I think we're pretty much just going to have a lot of similar stuff at 5NL. And hopefully we should be able to get past it fairly quickly. If there's any poker related questions, just post them in the comments, or I'll leave my Twitter. I'll start leaving my Twitter account below videos as well, so you can post questions to me on there as well. Anything you want to know? Okay, so we've got King Jack suited, pocket nines, nice hands. Well, we have to call that. It's not a good flop. When he checks that though, he doesn't c-bet that. So that makes me think he's worried about diamonds. So we're going to bet quite big, pretend we have a diamond. I think this is a good spot for a bluff. And it was indeed. I'm going to set mine here. Fold that. Fold that. Could we not have had that flop over here? And then that flop over here when we actually have a diamond. Oh, 2 over cards facing a bet from a tight player we can't call. You dealt the wrong flop at the wrong table, dealer. If you're watching this, I'd also like you to leave a comment below on who your favourite player is. If you like watch TV, poker and stuff like that. Just let me know who your favourite player is, it's always interesting to know. My favourite player is probably... I've got to say I like Negreanu. I think he brings like a bit of a laugh to tables and he's a good player obviously. Shaun Chacun as well, I quite like Shaun Chacun. Bit of a, maybe not everyone's favourite, but a bit of a fan of him. I think he just has a laugh, I think people get a bit too sensitive sometimes when Shiki's involved. Who else? There was someone else that I really like, but I can't remember who it was. Oh yeah, Phil Locke. I think Phil Locke's a great guy. Just tries to have a bit of fun. So let me know if you agree with my assessment or not. What have we got going on here? Not going to try and bluff 2 players. Not even going to call that. So what's going on here? I suppose the 6 max tables might be better for YouTube actually, because these 9 full ring ones are a little slow, aren't they? But as I say, if we get time, you know, if we do get any interesting hands eventually, I can talk about them for a bit longer, which is good because it goes into more detail, that sort of thing. So yeah, the plan for the tournament video this weekend is still to do the same one again, I believe. The Euro 220 Step A, and hopefully we can actually get past Step A this time. We did get very unlucky last time. That hand with the where we had Ace King and went all in against Ace Queen and lost is still bothering me. Oh, talking of Ace King, here you go. Okay, so we're going to raise this. Standard size with the limper. Or my standard size anyway. Other players might make a different standard size. Might even raise this. Just to get a bit of action going. Also because I think he's a weak player. So yeah, I'm going to raise this. So you do the same move with King 3 as I do with Ace King. It's about disguising the game. People can't tell whether I have this hand or this hand. That was what I was hoping for. Take down dead money. Okay, he's called. We've flopped pretty poorly. We've got aces and kings as outs most likely, and also tens. Make the nuts with a 10. With a, yeah, I quite like 10-7 suited. Let's go with that. Ooh, it's a big raise. So what do I think? I think probably a club draw, but he might have a pair to go with it. So let's have a look. What's he saying here? What's his thing he's telling me? I don't know. We'll fold. We'll fold it. Not having a great time at the hitting flops game today. Unfortunately, those flops are just not cooperating. But we've got another nice hand here, another nice hand up here. Plays take so long at these levels. They're quite short, these guys, but it's 2 of them in the pot, and we might get one of these guys in as well, so I'm going to call. Because this is a kind of hand you want to play in a multi-way pot. And they're not that far below. Oh, another missed flop. This is starting to annoy me, actually. Constantly missing. Can we do hearts or 10 or something? No. Because no, I'm going to fold that. A bit tight, maybe. We missed another flop. What is this? Oh, I'm called 2 cents, yeah. We'll take this down with a C-bet, I hope. Yeah, so we've hit something there at least, but it's hardly... Oh, wow. Why was he betting 2 and then 20? Was he betting on a backdoor spade draw? I guess he could have been. Confusing. I want him to call because I want to know what he had. Huh? Nope. No knowledge for us. We've got ace-jack suited. Nice hand. We can't keep missing the flops. Sooner or later we're going to have to hit. We'll limp behind there, just because this is more of a weak suited one-gapper, you know. It's not... Oh, we'll call though. We can call. Wow, we have missed another flop. It's really not good. Plenty of cards we can double barrel on, so I will. And another flop. What is this? Have we hit a flop yet? Okay. That's a weird card. I sort of feel like we've picked up equity against a king even. We can now hit a jack or an ace, so I'm going to double barrel. Call that. If he calls, I'll definitely be putting him on a king. Check that down. Do we have the best? Nope. We won that pot though. It's bizarre how we're constantly missing flops today. So we'll yeah, we'll leave this one and this one. Okay, here we go. Two very good hands. Let's see if we hit with either of these two. Don't 3-bet, buddy. Want to play this one? Oh, that's awkward. That's horrifically awkward. I feel like if he's drawing, we'll call, because if he's drawing, which there's a decent chance he will be, we have the best hand. I feel like that's for fold equity more than anything else. And I'm hoping he'll just give up. We've missed this one. Can he really flop to flush that much of the time? I think I might believe maybe bets here actually. Might be a good card to bluff at this. Brings in a lot of draws, so it should scare him. Oh whoa, he actually had jacks. Oh, I was putting him on a flush draw, that's horrendous. He played it well though. And that bluff didn't work either. What on earth is going on? Well, I think we're just getting quite unlucky here. We seem to be constantly hitting nothing, really. Okay. Yeah, it's not been a good session. We're 89 cents down. What? That's a lot, and we've missed this as well. I'm starting to just think this is a really, running bad situation at the moment. I've been running bad recently. Oh wow. No tilt, no tilt. Fold. Sensible. More fold there as well. Yeah, I'm starting to think we're just running bad because, as I said, ran aces into kings earlier. Did some, other coolers recently. So as much as we ran quite nicely for the first bit of the first week, I think this week is more of a... I'm pleased we're not downswinging though, too much anyway. Breaking even's better than downswinging. Yeah, we're having a break-even period at the moment, which is fine. Because when we run bad, the worst thing to do is to downswing. If you can just keep it a break-even, I think you're doing pretty good when you're running bad. Just keep our discipline for all these things. Even if it feels like you're running bad, the answer is usually not to just spew and play more hands. It's just to kind of chill. He didn't get that much value for his straight there, did he? He could have got a lot more value. Yeah, he did have a straight 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do you know what he was doing there? He played that really badly. Right, come on. One last good hand. Let's have a good hand somewhere. Just try and recoup the losses from this. So yeah, as usual, I will try and get my Saturday biggest pots video out. We'll have a look through some of the biggest hands. Can't quite remember many of them this week. I remember the biggest one. That was crazy. 4 all-ins pre-flop. But you shall have to wait till Saturday. Oh, come on, no set. Ugh. Why we never hit set? Apart from that one earlier, actually. But that was top set, which is really annoying. We've got 6s as outs as well, unless he's got the highest straight already. We don't want to be drawing to the low end of the straight, so we'll just fold. Come on. So yeah, so we have a look at our statistics. Starting hands. King 4 offsuit still the most played hand. 5-4 suited is the least got hand. What hand should we have won the most money with? Queens. And we have actually won the most money with jacks. Yeah, aces, as I said, we ran it into kings, so that didn't work out too well. Jacks, queens and aces. Top 3 hands. Kings are down there. Okay. I'm actually going to open this just to make it a bit different. Bit of a different vibe. I like this hand. That's not bad. I might actually stick in a raise right here. I feel as though he's drawing. I probably do put my stack in there actually, just because I'm so sure he's drawing with that small bet. So King 10, definitely play this. I think we might stick in a big raise out of the blinds here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 bigs, that's 2, that's 12, and 5, 17. Big raise. Try and get it heads up. Got a lot of dead money in the pot, which we can steal. We're repping a very strong hand by doing this, it looks strong. Now that's not bad. Got straight and flush draws, so we'll keep going. Barrel for 24. With all our draws, I can't see if I can get away from this. We've got any diamond, potentially a king. 8, 9. Disable the HUD quickly. We've got 9, 10. A queen. I think we're going to have to call this off, just because we've got so many outs. We're favourite. We're a big favourite, and we won it. Fortunately, he got it in with a worse flush draw, and the queen, which gave him a 2 pair. Also, oh, he had a pair on the flop, yeah. Okay, I think that was a good all-in call by me. Tell me if you think you would have made that call, but I think it was good. Just because we had such a good drawing hand, and as I suspected, a king on the turn would actually have won it for us as well. And I thought there was a decent chance he had a worse flush draw, and if he had a flush already, then we still had outs, unless he had the nut flush, but that was very unlikely. Okay, so that's good. I'm pleased. Because we have got ourselves into profit. I believe we have, anyway. Yeah, 74 cents profit. And I mean, that's what you've got to do. We got our money in with the best hand, just about, admittedly. But it was the best hand. And we won it, we came out on top, yeah. The equity was like 50, 54 or something, wasn't it? Do we get to see the equity on here? Yeah, we do, 51.8. Oh, is it? Yeah, we have 51.8. On the flop. I think we had the straight draw and he had the pair and the flush draw as well, so I think that was just a situation where neither of us were ever folding in that spot. And, you know, that's the kind of spot which is universal. I won't just stick my money in there at the micros. I'm stacking off on the flops there in any stake. Unless it's against a really tight player who just plays aces, because then you might already have the nut flush draw or nut flush. But I didn't think that was the case there, and I'm actually very pleased with my call. I think some players would have folded there with just a draw, but it was a very strong draw. But then again, he had a very strong draw as well, so. We got a little bit lucky, perhaps. We'll leave over here now. Just do a few more hands on this table, because this table is lucky. What's my background today? Oh, it's a foggy forest. Nice. I do like King 10 actually, it's a good hand. So we will just, yeah, as I said, I'll post my Twitter below this video as well, so you can connect with me there. Are we upswinging again? Get rid of that. Now we're slowly kind of upswinging. That's us right there, isn't it? We need to get up there, right to a new bankroll peak. I mean, considering we've only got this much left to go, this bit here, I think we can do that, seeing as we've already done the rest of it, you know. We can do that for sure. This is a long hand here. Should have stayed on the other table for a couple more hands, actually. Now, his name reminds me, Patrick Antonius is a good player as well. Love Patrick Antonius. Man of few words, but of much talent. So, from September, I'll be at university, and I intend to write a blog, actually, because I'll be doing more live play there. And I intend to write a blog about it, so let me know if you'd be interested in that. If that's something you would follow. Oh, maybe I shouldn't. Ah, no, I've raised this. It's good. It's good. Good hand. But I just realised that the guy who's most likely to call is really short. So that was a bit of a bad raise perhaps. But then these guys are a bit more stacked, so maybe it's good. God, some people take absolutely forever to make up their minds. Flop nothing. I don't think this guy... Maybe he's folding. If he checks again, I can't really bluff on this card. It doesn't look like I have a jack. I could pretend I'm betting. He could have just checked there, but okay. I think we're going to just try a bluff here. Just because this guy seems to fold a lot. If it doesn't work, so what? It did. King 10. Nice. We'll raise this. Penultimate hand. King 10 suited is very good actually, yeah. A lot of good flops for us. Namely Ace, Queen, Jack of Hearts. If we flop that, I would give every single one of you guys a $10 into your PokerStars account. But unfortunately we didn't flop that. Okay, so we're sitting out now. And we will check final profit. 86, so that's alright. Bankrolls up to 46.57. And I will see you guys hopefully for a double upload tomorrow. Bye for now.